You ever feel like you should be manifesting better results by now? Like you're doing the visualizations, saying the affirmations, holding the vision of your dream life or business, but nothing's really clicking? If so, you're not alone. In fact, there's a very specific reason it happens, and it has nothing to do with the universe ignoring you. It's because you're probably trying to manifest with one foot on the gas and your other foot on the brake. And if that's the case, unfortunately, there's no amount of positive thinking that can overpower a signal that's split. So in today's video, I want to show you exactly why that split happens, how it blocks your manifestation power, and most importantly, how to finally unlock it using a process called Superconscious Recode. So if you call yourself spiritual, but grounded, open-minded, but results-driven, then this one's for you. Here's the thing about manifestation that most people don't tell you. It's not just about what you want. It's about whether all parts of you agree that it's safe, that it's possible, and okay to have it. See, your conscious mind might say, I want to make more money. I want to scale my business. Or I want a relationship that feels aligned. But your unconscious mind might still be running beliefs like, I am not worthy. Success will make me lonely. If I succeed, I will outshine my family and lose connection. And when that happens, you're sending mixed signals into the field. You're not manifesting from alignment, you're manifesting from conflict. And conflict, by nature, cannot create clarity. And that's why I usually say most people are already manifesting, but what they're manifesting is a mix of fear, doubt, and desire all at once. It's like turning into multiple radio stations at the same time. You don't get silence, you get static. Now, let's bring this down from the clouds and ground it in something fascinating. In quantum physics, there's this phenomenon called collapsing the wave function. Physicist Henry Stapp, who spent decades researching the connection between consciousness and quantum mechanics, believed something revolutionary. That conscious attention isn't just observing reality, but it's actually shaping which possibilities become real. Here's what that means. At the subatomic level, particles like electrons merely exist as waves of probability. They don't have a set position until they are observed. Before that, they exist just as a probability cloud. And once you observe them, boom, they collapse into one reality. Now, here's where it gets wild. Stapp theorized that your mind's focus plays a role in this collapse. That every time you choose to focus on a certain possibility, you're helping determine which reality becomes solid. Not just metaphorically, but literally. So when your mind is clear and you're holding a coherent vision without internal resistance, you're more likely to collapse the wave into the outcome that you want. But when your focus is scattered, when part of you desires the goal and part of you fears it, which is what happens when we have certain unconscious blocks or limiting beliefs, you are less likely to collapse that wave cleanly. So instead of creation, you get confusion and you stay stuck. Now, I want to share something personal with you because this was the moment when it all stopped being a theory for me and it became real. See, a while ago, I ran a simple experiment. And by the way, over the years, I believe I also manifested money, whether directly or through financial opportunities, it doesn't really matter. But because those instances are always so surreal, you tend to chalk it up to being lucky or something else, right? But with this particular experiment, I had no doubts left in my mind that I actually did this, only using my thoughts. So here's how the experiment goes. And I actually did this twice. I took two identical sets of beans and I placed them separately in two containers on wet cotton. And then you name them, 1 and 2, or A and B. It doesn't really matter. The point is they get the same amount of water, same amount of sunlight, same air. Every physical circumstance is the same. But here's the difference. You pick one, and you can toss up a coin for this if you want to introduce more randomness to the experiment. And the one you picked, every day, at least twice a day, you can do it more times if you want, but preferably at least once when you wake up and once when you go to bed, you send your chosen set of beings positive thoughts. You tell them you love them, you tell them how grateful you are for them and how beautiful they are and how tall they're gonna grow. You can sprinkle magic dust on them, whatever you want, right? But only in your mind. You're not doing anything special with them in the physical reality. You give them the same amount of water every day. But if you keep talking to your chosen beings for at least a few weeks, something amazing is going to happen. And anytime I recommended others to carry out this experiment themselves, and they actually did it, they all found the same result as well. You will see that your experimental beans will grow visibly bigger than your control beans. And I'm not just talking about a few centimeters here. sometimes 50, 70% bigger, sometimes twice as big as the control beans. Think about that. And that's why I love this experiment, because it's very simple. And yet, if you want to prove to yourself that your mind is in fact super powerful and that it plays a key role in shaping your reality, then all you need is maybe a dozen beans and the willingness to send half of them intentions for a couple minutes a day, every day for a couple weeks, and you will have unbreakable belief in yourself for the rest of your life. Now, is that a scientific, double-blind, peer-reviewed study? No. But when you see something like that with your own eyes, it changes you. It makes you realize your energy matters, that your intention isn't just mental, it's creative. And it makes you wonder, if my mind can help a plant grow, what else could it help me grow? A business? An audience? A new income stream? That experiment showed me that manifestation isn't just a cute little idea, it's a real force. But only if all levels of your consciousness are aligned. Let's go even deeper now with what I believe is one of the most important concepts in this entire field. Bruce Lipton, a biologist and the author of The Biology of Belief, discovered something that shocked the entire scientific community. That your beliefs, especially the unconscious ones, can actually change how your genes express themselves. That's right, you're not a prisoner of your DNA. You're the programmer. But here's the kicker. Most of us are running belief programs we never chose. Money is the root of all evil. I have to work hard to be loved. People like me don't succeed. If I shine, I will be judged. These beliefs don't just stay in your head. They shape your biology, your behavior, your frequency, your results. So even if you have a powerful conscious vision, if your unconscious mind is running contradictory programs, your energy stays split. That's why you take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. It's not because you're lazy or unworthy. It's because your field is trying to fulfill 2 conflicting commands at once. And when that happens, creation dies. So how do you fix it? How do you break the loop? See, that's where the Superconscious Recode comes in. See, most people try to force manifestation from the conscious mind. They think if they affirm it enough times or visualize it hard enough, something will change. But what if the part of you that actually holds the resistance isn't your conscious mind at all? That's what I help my clients shift. With the Superconscious Recode, we access a deeper level of intelligence beyond thought, beyond ego, and give it a very specific instruction to find and resolve the unconscious resistance to your chosen outcome. And when we do that, here's what happens. Your fear of success is gone. Your stories about money being unsafe all get neutralized. Your hesitation around taking bold action gets lifted. Suddenly, you feel like the brake is off. You start taking aligned action, but not from pressure, but from flow. You become the person who naturally attracts the thing you used to struggle for. And it's not because of wishful thinking. It's because of structural alignment. And once you're in that structure, manifestation doesn't feel like effort anymore. You will finally feel like you can create with precision. Now look, if all this talk of quantum fields and epigenetics sound a little too out there, I get it. So let's bring this down to earth. See, even if you completely ignore the idea that your mind can affect reality, you cannot deny one thing, that if your unconscious beliefs don't support your goal, you'll sabotage it. You will procrastinate. You will overthink. You will attract the wrong clients. You will undercharge. You'll get so close and you'll blow it. So whether you believe in the field or not, removing resistance matters. And aligning your unconscious to your desires is what makes all the difference. So if this is landing for you, if you know you're meant to be creating more, attracting more, and living bigger, but something keeps holding you back, let me help you clear it. I created a free Skool group called Superconscious Awakening, where I go deeper into this process and show you exactly how to shift those unconscious patterns that are blocking your power. Now, this group won't be free forever, but for now, you can still join at no cost. So if you're done trying to manifest from resistance and ready to create with precision, go to my bio or click the link in the description, and I'll see you inside.